Good morning. It is Monday, my dudes. Getting kind of an early start here. It's a little short-staffed at work, so I'm prioritizing, organizing in my head the things I need to do in order. This morning, I actually couldn't find my phone. I had to get my wife's phone and call my phone because I put it somewhere it didn't belong. And wound up it was in the, not the junk drawer, but like the, etc., the miscellaneous drawer in the kitchen. Not on top of it where it would charge, inside the drawer. And I thought, why on earth would I put, oh yeah, I remember now. Just the idea, I don't know, this is a kick that I'm on right now. I get on kicks. So bear with me. Just the idea that someone's like, oh, Google knows, oh, Troy just woke up, oh, Troy just touched his phone, oh, Troy did this. And create behavior models off of that. Creepy. But you know, whatever. You can Google, you can search stuff on the internet fast, plus the email's free. Part of the other part of the reason, another part of the reason why I did not know where my phone was because I was trying not to touch it. Just trying to see how much I could stay away from it. Because it is a little distraction device. And that's, you know, that's beyond my little weirdness of whatever I'm going through right now. It's just a distraction device. Same with the computer. There's too much stuff going on it. Too much possibility, too much potential built into it. So that PocketCHIP, the handheld Linux terminal / it has a GUI but device, that arrived on Friday. Pulled it out, started playing with it immediately, and just don't take that clip out of context, and had a lot of fun. It is a Linux. It's a Linux. I'm talking about a Linux. What is wrong with today? So I immediately started adding stuff to it, and I think it has 4 gigs, which is, you know, 3.3 after the regular install. But I made it to a little over halfway of putting stuff on it, and just basic stuff, stuff that fit the use case. So far, the only thing that I do not think is going to work at all, although I should say I haven't tested out Emacs fully yet. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. It's like, it's not polite if you're just kind of breaking the rules. Like, if we both hit the stop sign at the same time and you were like, oh, go ahead, no, you go, no, you go. But if you're just like, it's not your turn and everyone's moving in order, and then it becomes your turn, and you're like, no, everyone else just go instead of me. Like, there's a set of operations, it's instructions. Just follow the rules, man. Fit in the mold that society is preparing for you, at least in the context of traffic safety. So I haven't fully tested Emacs, but I am interested to know, like the Raspberry Pi Zero, and I am strongly comparing things here, comparing the two. The Raspberry Pi Zero does not handle Emacs very well at all. And maybe it needs to be vanilla Emacs, you know, drop Helm and a few other things. Maybe it needs to be the terminal Emacs. But it has, I mean, it can do these things. The question is, like, how well can it do them? And the Raspberry Pi doesn't have any kind of audio. The only thing I've really run into that was weird was playing audio. MP3 players, MP3 music playback. Because I can get the MP3 files to the device. That's not an issue. It's just once they are there, you've got a single core encoding them or decoding them and running them and playing them through the audio driver. I'm not sure how well that works. So that's that's kind of a nice to have. I would like to be able to have music on it, although I'm kind of at the point where I think I've conceded the point on music, so maybe I'll concede the point on voice recording as well. But the point on music was just like having a phone. The phone can do a lot of stuff, and the phone can do... I have to start calling it a PDA or something. It can do that really, really well, and people have been developing applications to make it do it really, really well for a long time, so I don't have a problem with a standalone... It's like got an iPod, basically. I don't have a problem with an iPod. I would prefer it have some hard buttons. I mean, the phone. An iPod obviously does have hard buttons, which is nice. I prefer hard buttons because you can operate it without looking at it. Yeah, it seems like there needs to be a division of some of these tasks. Now that said, I would appreciate it. I would like it if it could do that, but I don't know if it can. So the only thing I didn't do, I think it really is a CPU limitation, not a memory limitation. The only thing I couldn't do was kill the X environment and then just and run it from a terminal, like a proper TTY terminal, not a pseudo terminal. Yeah, it's quite well featured, and the keyboard covers lots of stuff. I couldn't find the pipe for the longest time, so I was like, I have to figure out how to get... I'm gonna like Xmod map a pipe onto here or something like that. And then I found the pipe, and I was like, oh, well, I'll take that off the list of cons. And like the terminal program's kind of hinky, but what's that? Suckless Terminal is really nice, and I love the idea that when you want to make changes to the configuration, just recompile, just make clean install. It's like it uses because in that field I really wanted to be able to expand and contract the text easily, zoom in and zoom out basically, and ST has it as page up, page down, which the keyboard that's built onto it doesn't have, so that's less useful. And then I found the spot in the code and changed it to up and down, and Control Shift up and down will zoom in and out all I want. Well, that's pretty neat. And recompile from source. I like it. I like the device. I did write a full email on it, just text input. Just had a keyboard at the table, plugged into the device, sitting up with one of those, the pen stand thing. That was it. I had a lengthy email I was kind of putting off, and that was kind of a good moment, so I said, alright, well, let's see what we can do on this thing. So I had the device, I pulled out the email, copied it out, made my responses in line with previous quotes, you know, like the good way to do an email, the correct way to do an email, and then I was like, all right, well, I get to send this now, and I'll go down to a computer and open up a browser, and no, wait, let's see if I can send from the MUT terminal. So I went to my MUT terminal where my Gmail was in, and went to the thread, and it's a little finicky in MUT because I haven't really used it that much. I usually just use it for a little bit of minor management of email, and delete bad stuff or mark stuff as new, or take a quick glance at something. But I had the pocket protector. the PocketCHIP, had the PocketCHIP and a keyboard sitting at the table, and with that I was able to formulate my entire email response. I was able to read things just fine, and then I pasted it into another terminal for sending email and sent it off. And because I didn't believe that I could do that so easily, I actually found my phone and opened it up in Gmail and was like, you got that, right? Like, you sent that email, right? And it's still the same thread. It's not all exploded somewhere else. Didn't dissociate itself with the previous email. But no, everything went through just fine. So, sending emails. Of course, all along the way, I have been updating my to-do list and my notes, random thoughts that I come up with that I can just pop into the TMUX session, or I have the TMUX session open usually, and then just flip over to the notes section, and I've got a Vim running and just start writing. So that's been very nice. Let's see. What else? The battery's weird. I'm not sure about the battery, but I'm also not sure it's got a full charge yet. So I'm actually going to, I left it at home today just to let it charge all day, and I switched chargers because the charger seemed it seemed like it was charging weird. So I wanted to switch chargers, and I wanted to let it sit for a long time because the battery indicator can vary wildly, or it can vary slightly, like it bumps down and then bumps back up, and the battery is, I know this was designed to be like a kid's thing, but like it's 3 bars. So you full, medium, running out of battery. Spread that out over 5 hours or something like that. I don't know. It's just like it provides me with the least amount of data possible. I suppose if it were empty, you could have no bars in it. But it doesn't even show that. Yeah, that's right. Because when it gets down to 15%, it sends you a little message. It says, would you like to do a proper shutdown? And I ran it a bit longer after that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure their charging circuit is that great, or perhaps mine is damaged, or the lithium battery was charged poorly and has a bad memory or something. I'm not sure. But I'll try and figure that out. There is also another, I did get 2 of them, so there's one new in box. So if I'm not sure, I can always crack that one, and that one will be as new as can be expected. There are web pages for the, like, supporting the stuff, the proprietary stuff. Someone mirrored their repositories. And there's still a lot of documentation on there. It's like, if that thing had like 2 more years of just that community working on it, that would have been magical. That would have really been something. It bugs me. The bit about Next Thing Corporation, I found out they had other failed Kickstarters. Some full fails, some partial fails, and from what I understand, the PocketCHIP did pretty well as far as, you know, how the community responded to it. But someone posted in the comments, don't kickstart companies that are run by hipsters. And for the love of all things good and holy, just stop with the freaking hipster thing. I mean, it's like, we're doing a startup. I have a hipster haircut. I dress like a hipster. I'm a hipster. I have hipster glasses. It's like, okay, why do you have those things? Like, I don't... It's like Kickstarter is like some kind of... it's like some kind of Dreamland where this is how business should be. And it's just not. It's boring, and it's annoying, and it has the strangest, tiniest, little, weirdest issues that pop up that threaten your entire line. And it's like... You know, I work at Unicom. They're an IBM heritage company. They move slow. And at first it was really annoying to me, but I had to step back and realize they've been doing this for a long time. And they've been running this business and employing people and paying people's paychecks and putting out a good product for over 10 years at this point, I guess, right? And that doesn't come from, you know, hipsters with funny haircuts. It comes from just regular, good old version management, moving slow, tracking your metrics. Oh gosh, there's so many metrics to track. Like making sure that things aren't just slowly degrading or catching stuff before they make it off the line. It's hard. It is hard work. It is not Kickstarter. Maybe that's the problem. Kickstarter makes, you know, what is too easily obtained is too lightly considered, or what we obtain too easily, we esteem too lightly. So when someone shows up at your door and gives you, you know, $60 million or $6 million or whatever that Kickstarter was for, you don't really have a sense that you earned that money. And consciously or subconsciously, you treat it with a little less respect, or a lot less respect, depending. So then it's like, well, we'll just kickstart more money. Well, we'll just need more money. Well, we'll just do this. Well, we'll deal with it in post. It doesn't really work with mass production. Part of why I'm so careful with all this, with all the work that I'm doing. I want to make sure that it works well, and I want to make sure that I can provide a supply line instead of, you know, posting that I can do this and then offering it for sale to a large number of people and then getting a huge amount of sales and failing to deliver and destroying the reputation of the product and my reputation in the process. It's like that's really that bugs the heck out of me. I would hate to do that because I hate not to be able to keep my word. And if you're dumb and you plan dumb things and you set up dumb situations, then it doesn't matter how smart you are, because you're not going to be able to get out of them. You can be really smart and still set yourself in a dumb situation, not be able to do anything about it.